was booking Diddy for speaking engagement. I heard he won't be able to make it. I'm available, 50 Cent wrote, including a link to his website, G-Unit Brands. He was likely referencing speaking engagements that Diddy has booked for next week in Miami, which the prosecution revealed during the sentencing hearing.
Oh, my God. Got him. What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? We're going to get straight into this 50 Cent reveals. It's like, God dang, man. Everybody say 50 Cent reveals. All right, why Steve Harvey and Oprah? Now, y'all know Uncle Mike on Oprah. Hey, Oprah, how you doing? What you been up to? You know good and well you been up to. Steve Harvey, Oprah, Ellen the Great, or the Generous, or whatever her name is, rolled out of the country. Come on, brain work, please. I ain't got time to be. What's the I don't know the boy name. The movie star dude that's in jail that's been doing stuff and she hugging and kissing on him, and she knew the dude that allegedly committed off himself in jail. I think he on an island somewhere. They snuck him out the back door. I don't even know his name either. Forget them people, man. It's hard for me to keep negative people's thoughts in my mind. I ain't got room for that. I ain't got room for all this negativity, man. So I'm just sitting here like, And Oprah, my mama used to love watching you, and I had to watch the TV. We had one TV. I had to watch what she wanted to watch. So I kind of started embracing it because it was, for a kid, it was educational. And it was amazing how this black woman came from nothing. She wasn't sexy and cute. She was out of shape and everything. And you went from a zero to a hero. I was proud of you. And come find out you doing stupid stuff. You ain't even helping your own people. How the heck you gonna help somebody with a fire in Hawaii and you talking to your people, you in the Rock, trying to raise money? The stupidest thing in the world, and you sitting on $1 billion. Get out of here.
Bullshit.
Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. I am so embarrassed about you, Oprah. I am very embarrassed about you. I know good and well you are doing something you ain't had no business doing, and you know it. I know that you know it.
Diddy and Harvey, they're heating things up in Italy.
Man, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell.
Her arm is on the back of his chair.
Shocking!
I'm
for
so
some
mad
reason.
at Oprah.
But yes, Diddy's now getting super cozy with Steve Harvey's daughter, who Diddy's son, Justin Combs, used to hang out with.
About P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy.
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participate. So.
Because he was running with Oprah and them. He was running with that whole crew. Weinstein, Oprah, Epstein. He was running with that whole crew.
The entertainment world has always had its share of scandals, but nothing has rattled the core of celebrity culture like what happened in October 2025. After years of whispers, sealed documents, and behind-the-scenes rumors, Sean Diddy Combs was found guilty on multiple charges, including trafficking and racketeering conspiracy. For many, this verdict confirmed what had been rumored for decades. For others, it was a shocking fall from grace for a man who once symbolized wealth, power, and creativity. But for one person, this outcome was not surprising at all. That person was 50 Cent. From the very beginning, 50 had warned the world about Diddy. He hinted that there was more behind the flashy parties, the celebrity photos, and the so-called charity events. He called it out publicly, sometimes playfully, sometimes with serious intent. Now, with Diddy's trial ending in conviction, 50 Cent has become the loudest voice saying, I told you so. His latest project, a documentary called He's Got the Tapes, has reignited conversations about who really knew what was going on in Diddy's circle. And more importantly, which famous names might appear in those mysterious recordings.
And psychologically. So that's that. Now, 50 Cent.
What's he doing there, Pat? Did you see that photo?
Yeah, I mean, some of these pictures are...
The other way,
Great
Rob.
artist.
What's he doing down there? One more. What's he doing right there?
That's when he was, apparently that is when he received the sentence. He fell to the floor and started banging on his chair crying.
Oh.
Or it could have been a freak off under the table. You don't know.
By the way, when he goes to prison, let's remember that pose.
Tom.
Oh,
There's
Tom again.
You're
Can you make a
crazy.
note for when Tom makes inappropriate comments?
Oh, no.
Let's just keep score. He's the GOAT.
Well, listen, at least one of the things is it was the first time Tom used the bathroom in 7 years.
It's true.
7 years he had to go.
All right, let's go through.
Tom is the Diddy of inappropriate comments.
While this is going on, Diddy had a speaking gig this week. I don't know if you guys were going to go watch him speak, but he had a speaking gig this week. And 50 Cent wastes no time trolling the 50-month sentence. And he goes out there and says, Sean Diddy comes to a sentence, 50 months in prison on federal charges. The rapper, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, posted on X not long after Diddy's sentence was revealed, offering to take his spot on a upcoming speaking engagement. Hey, to whoever was booking Diddy for speaking engagement, I heard he won't be able to make it. I'm available, 50 Cent wrote, including a link to his website, G-Unit Brands. He was likely referencing speaking engagements that Diddy has booked for next week in Miami, which the prosecution revealed during the sentencing hearing.
Oh, my
God. Got him! Got him! Oh! Whoa!
Oh, my God.
Whoa!
I don't think he's going to be able to make it. But I am available. Oh, my God. I should have used that one. My bad, y'all. I should have used that one right there. That's my bad. Wait a minute. Look, Diddy can't make it, but you got a starving artist. You got a starving artist. I can't dance like Diddy. And, take that. I can't dance like Diddy, but you best believe, baby, I can make it to the event. God damn.
A link to his website, G-Unit Brands. He was likely referencing speaking engagements that Diddy has booked.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Right here.
The rapper, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, posted on X not long after Diddy's sentence was revealed, offering to take his spot on a upcoming speaking engagement. Hey, to whoever was booking Diddy for speaking engagement, I heard he won't be able to make it. I'm available, 50 Cent wrote, including a link to his website, G-Unit Brands. He was likely referencing speaking engagements that Diddy has booked for next week in Miami, which the prosecution revealed during the sentencing hearing. The two artists are longtime rivals, obviously going back and forth. Is this it, Rob?
Yes.
Just whoever has booking him, I'll be able to... So, Vinny, what are you thinking with this whole Diddy lawsuit, everything that's going on here?
I mean, I'm just... For all the people, all the Cassies that were, on camera, beaten, all the people that were drugged, that didn't want to be drugged and all that stuff, I think that this is some type of... 4 years is at least something. You know what I mean?
It's something.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought for a minute, because Adam, we were talking about this, like he was going to walk. With all the...
Hell
Tom,
no.
were you honestly thinking that he was going to do time?
I knew he was going to do
like
that. I knew he was going to do some time, man. We in the United States. Don't you sit there and say I thought he was going to walk. That's bull. He was not going to walk. I knew he wasn't going to walk. I was going to walk across the water and go to the Philippines. I wasn't coming back. Come on, people. Can we please give a little bit of faith? And wrong is wrong. You couldn't have thought he was going to walk. Jesus walk.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, I thought for a minute, because Adam, we were talking about this, like he was going to walk. With all the... Tom, were you honestly thinking that he was going to do time? Did you actually feel like... I honestly, from everything I was following, I was like, oh, he's going to walk. So at least a 4-year sentence, they're going to appeal, whatever. I don't know. He'll probably do what, 2 years? 2 years? It's not fair, but I want something. There's some accountability where he's going to be... Because he's already been in jail for how long now? Has it been a year? So he'll be, I think altogether it'll be 3 years. I would hope for more.
The tension between 50 Cent and Diddy goes back more than 20 years. In the early 2000s, both men were making their mark in hip-hop. Diddy had already established himself as a mogul, running Bad Boy Records, producing hits, and building an empire. 50 Cent, on the other hand, was still fighting his way up. In one interview, 50 revealed that during his early struggles, he ghost wrote a verse for Diddy. That small connection would later become a source of friction, as 50 claimed he never got proper credit or payment. Not long after, he began dropping Diddy's name in his songs, often with subtle jabs. By the time 50 released Get Rich or Die Trying, their relationship was beyond repair. Diddy was part of the old guard, and 50 represented a new, unfiltered energy that didn't care about industry politics. Their feud became a fixture in hip-hop culture. But what kept it alive was 50's sense that something darker was hiding behind Diddy's image. Whenever Diddy's name surfaced in controversy, 50 was there, reminding everyone that he had seen through the illusion years ago.
So you have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then
he did it.
You know, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day?
Right.
Obviously, I know what's going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky. All of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
Basic or normal.
He said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries. They went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way, according to them. You know, and look, if I didn't have an award-winning director doing it, if I hadn't put the right people in place to produce it properly, I would understand why they would question or doubt anything. You know?
Fast forward to 2024. As the legal investigations around Diddy intensified, 50 Cent announced plans to create a docuseries digging into every accusation ever made against him. He wasn't doing it just to entertain. He wanted to expose what he believed was a long-running abuse of power. At first, people thought 50 was exaggerating. Many saw it as another marketing stunt. But when Netflix bought the rights in 2025, things changed. The streaming giant's involvement gave the project legitimacy. It meant there was substance behind the talk.
Bombshell announcement amid the mounting lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs. Houston rapper 50 Cent announced yesterday that he's the executive producer of a docuseries about the allegations against Combs. The series will also discuss trafficking and racketeering charges Combs is facing. The series is expected to make a premiere on Netflix.
He's a rapper, actor, producer, businessman, and the list goes on. 50 Cent has his hands in just about everything and showing no signs of slowing down. We sat down with a multi-hyphenate to discuss his upcoming return to the stage, his current projects, and what's coming in the future, including his docuseries about Diddy. Curtis James Jackson III, also known as 50 Cent. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with 50 Cent, because I read that the name originally was a metaphor for change, and also from a Brooklyn bank robber in the 1980s.
Yeah, well, street guy, yeah.
Okay, and so what was that change metaphor that you were thinking about so early on?
I came with the concept of I just do things my way, and I knew that the other artists that were there, there was so many talented artists were part of hip hop culture that I knew they could beat me at different things, but they couldn't beat me at being me. So the idea was to let my presentation be as much like my experience as possible.
Between the music, the movies, I mean, you're the ultimate multi-hyphenate liquor, whatever you want to talk about with regard to you being a mogul and sitting really on an empire. 50 Cent, not even 50 years old yet, in a few months though. Did you expect this much so soon?
Well, no, I just wanted the music to be a success initially. It's always, my goals change. I think when people are ambitious, they go into an endless tunnel. And you just got to prepare to go with them on that journey if you make a connection with them. But it's always a new goal, or always something new that pops up that it kind of consumes my interest.
The Humor and Harmony Festival is quickly approaching.
G-Unit Productions just announced in Shreveport, Louisiana. Here's a guy from South Jamaica, Queens. Why do it in Shreveport?
Well, tax incentive.
Oh, okay. But you have said that this is not just business.
Yeah.
What do you mean beyond that?
Well, for me, it's exciting. It creates the legacy. You know, I mean, like, these things will be here longer than I will. You know, like I'm particularly in the premium space. I like to see my people in the premium light. You know, so I want to create stories and tell them on the highest level.
When did you realize, Power started in 2014 just as a series? Was there a moment where you thought, this is taking off, it's become an entire universe?
Season 3.
What happened in season 3?
They would accept the cast without me. See, ahead of that, the major platforms that we would market and promote the show on wouldn't take the cast if I wouldn't get available to be on the show with them. So as it started, season 3, it started to feel like we were taking off because they was hot enough. They were excited enough about the cast without me. And then, look, in television, you don't need a star. Television makes stars. You need talent on television programs.
Are you going to keep expanding that series?
Yeah, well, this was a few more. The origin story will be coming shortly. And then I have so many new projects in the works. I got like 41 shows across 10 different networks. So they'll be seeing me.
We're throughout the world. Diamond Center.
I mean, there's so many movies, documentaries, docuseries you're working on. Den of Thieves 2 coming out January 10th. How do you decide which projects you want to work on?
Oh, just the ones that I feel like have a high probability of success. I'm just looking at it and saying, what is it? And is it something that excites me? Would I want to stop and watch it?
Then during the trial, prosecutors confirmed that there were actual video recordings from private gatherings that took place over several years. These tapes, often called freak-off videos, became key evidence in court. The footage was described as explicit and disturbing, showing what prosecutors call organized exploitation. Even the jurors reportedly reacted with discomfort as they watched parts of the evidence in private. When the world heard that, the title of 50's project, He's Got the Tapes, began to sound less like a taunt and more like a warning.
In particular, Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way you represent the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like, when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them.
Damn. See what I'm saying?
It's a long time, to be honest with you. Like, when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know,
Damn.
So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally, those accusations are crazy.
Let's go back to the music. Residency in Vegas the week of New Year's in the club. What can people expect?
Excitement for me, from my perspective, because I get a chance to do things production-wise that I wouldn't be able to do on a traditional tour. like I can build things that I can't tear down and build again and tear down and build again to make excitement in the room.
You have so many songs to choose from. How do you select which ones are going to go into the residency?
That's difficult. That part, like I got to go through, because some things I get comfortable performing them, but people are listening to the other records because in the sequence on the album, it's not that way. And I have to adjust that myself. Like even the new record that just came out, I'm going to put that into the residency. So.
Do you have a favorite song?
No. It's not favorite. Sometimes the things that are oddly successful.
Your last tour that you did was called The Final Lap, but it really wasn't The Final Lap, was it?
I may do a stadium tour.
Okay. May?
Yeah.
Or is it already in the works?
Well, it's in the works. They start putting together territories. They want it to come back. But I won't do the same type of arenas I did last time. If it's not the stadium, then I'll just go home.
Do you enjoy the live crowd or the music aspect of it, or do you prefer, being in the studio acting?
I really enjoyed the tour this time. This last tour was cool, and it's because I didn't have the pressure of releasing the album before it, so I wasn't doing so much new material that I had to concentrate on that while doing the show. Like it was like, I know everything, all of the words are ready. Let's go. Let me just figure out like what's physically happening during the show, and let's go. So television, they said they're on strike, and I said I'm on tour.
Smart. So you have options.
When the guilty verdict came in October 2025, it didn't just end Diddy's career. It sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Many celebrities who had once appeared at his parties or praised him on social media started quietly erasing their connections to him. Steve Harvey was among the first. In 2017, he had publicly praised Diddy, calling him his brother and commending his generosity towards students. But that post no longer exists. It was deleted soon after Diddy's arrest in 2024. Even Howard University, which had accepted $1 million donation from Diddy, returned the money, revoked his honorary degree, and terminated its agreement with him. That move sent a clear message. No one wanted to be tied to him anymore. But Steve's reaction drew attention for another reason. His stepdaughter, Lori Harvey, had been rumored to have dated Diddy years earlier. Photos from their Italian vacation in 2019 showed Steve alongside them. The internet began revisiting those pictures and asking uncomfortable questions. Neither Steve nor Lori ever confirmed the relationship. But when the trial exposed details of Diddy's personal life, the timing of Steve's silence seemed suspicious to many.
I said, Diddy gonna end up doing 24 months in prison. The judge gave him 50 months, but you gotta realize he already had 14 months in it, practically. And he's going to get credit for 2 months of that 14 months. That give him 16 months. He's gonna do 24 months, which is gonna give him about 30 months, because he only had to do 85% in the feds, and he goes to probably a halfway house. So he got off like a fat rat in a cheese factory. But for a dude like Diddy going to jail and spending all that time, I'm not saying it's going to be rough or nothing like that, because his former president of Bad Boy, Kirk Burrows, went to federal jail. You understand? Lil' Kim went to federal jail. So, because
Lil'
the
Kim
type of
did
dude
feds.
he is, he'll make it, he'll be all right. And plus they gonna send him to a camp, bruh. He'll be in somebody camp or somebody dormitory, whereas that it'll be real light for him. So, he'll see the streets back again in 24 months.
You notice he ain't in no camp yet, and there's been a year in jail for some serious punishment. I'm telling you, God don't like ugly. That's all I'm saying. Y'all can slice this bull crap up as much as you want. Diddy is still in jail, and guess what? He's still doing hard time right about now.
He'll be out within 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Everybody keeps saying this
It
bull.
seems like a lot saying 50 months and everything like that.
Okay.
But it's not really a lot. Not at all, bro.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a lot at all.
Well, go ahead. You
know
do
what I'm saying? I know for executive, somebody who's been a jet setter, somebody who's been going all around the world, been in all kind of, stadiums, galas, and living in mansions. It's a lot of people who lived in mansions that's in federal jail. You got Senator Melendez from Jersey in jail. You got a lot of them in jail doing way more time than him. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be All right, man. I think that, he got off like a fat rat in the cheese factory,
He
bro.
sure enough
You know what I'm
did.
saying? He got off based on how the judge started the whole sentence. He was talking about coercion. He was talking about relevant conduct. He was talking about, he even said that with Diddy conduct and what he was doing, he should get a sizable sentence or something like that. Like his sentences should be a large sentence. And I think that, 50 months, I don't see that as being large. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a third. I think the third of the guidelines where the probation report said. I think the probation report started at 72 months. So it's almost, what is it? That's like a 72 months, 50 months. Close to not even a third. It's a little over a third of what the probation report said he should get. But it is what it is.
When 50 Cent posted on social media that a lot of people are nervous, fans knew exactly what he meant. It wasn't just about embarrassment. It was about fear, because prosecutors had confirmed that Diddy recorded many of his private encounters. According to witness testimony, he used these recordings to control people, threatening to release them if anyone spoke out. That revelation made the entertainment industry tremble. If those tapes still existed, who else appeared in them? Who was caught on camera without realizing it? Steve Harvey's social media cleanup suddenly made sense to some fans. They believed that he, like many others, was trying to erase traces of connection before something surfaced that he couldn't explain.
And looking at this lawsuit, Little Roy, he also claiming that, when he would go to parties with Diddy, he was lacing up the woman drinks with drugs. How you feel about him saying that? You believe that?
I read that, and if that's what he saw, if he could prove that, and he has a lot of video. He said he had hours and hours of video. So people know how certain people act after one drink, two drinks. And if those girls was drinking out those bottles that he said Diddy laced, and he could show on camera, and he could show that some people had passed out, or some people were acting a certain way after they had those drinks, he won his case on that one.
When you was around Diddy, was he doing drugs, like party drugs, like ecstasy and stuff like that?
Diddy wasn't the dude he is today when I was around him. You understand? He had just started, when I was about to leave, he had just started with because he never smoked weed, he never smoked cigarettes, I never seen him do cocaine or none of that shit. You understand? He would have it for people to do it. You understand?
Then he started doing it.
Certain of his girls liked to do it, and he would make sure it would be there. But he wasn't the one that did it. Diddy didn't start getting hooked on drugs until he got hooked on those painkillers. After he got hooked on those painkillers, he started drinking more, because he wouldn't even drink hard liquor. He was only drinking champagne, Don P or Cristal. He was not drinking hard liquor then.
Yeah, that's real talk, man. And he also claims that, Diddy, he was using TD Jakes to fix his image. You believe that?
Well, we saw that to be true anyway. That's what he was trying to do all that time. That's why TD Jakes was there.
Oh my God.
To try to fix his image. Ain't no money like church money. He was doing all the things to try to get his image straightened up.
I mean, it makes sense. And he also said in this lawsuit that when he was around Diddy, he seen Diddy give out guns, a lot of guns. And he said that the environment around Diddy was violent.
Well, I don't know. He also said Diddy distributed firearms and was selling drugs. And I don't know how far-fetched that is. I don't know if that's true or not and stuff like that. Maybe, Diddy man had guns around and was fronting. Because they do have guys who, if you need guns and stuff like that, call your man them over. He'll bring over 5 or 6, 7, 8 guns, and you'll probably buy them from them. They have that type of, connection with people.
In mid-2025, rumors began spreading that even Oprah Winfrey and Bishop TD Jakes were linked to Diddy's infamous gatherings. Clips, posts, and forum discussions claimed that both attended his parties. The internet ran wild with speculation until Oprah and Jakes decided to address it publicly. During a live event at the Good Soil Forum in Dallas, Oprah said she had never been to any of Diddy's parties. She made it clear that anyone who knew her would know she leaves early from every event. TD Jakes added that he once stopped by Diddy's birthday celebration years ago, but only stayed for half an hour. He also denied a strange rumor that he had been romantically linked to Diddy, calling it foolish and disrespectful.
You know I'm lying when they start explaining something and nobody asked him to explain. Oprah Winfrey, color purple, decided to take it upon herself to get on stage and tell her audience that she ain't never been to a P. Diddy party. Now, Oprah, we all know your into a Puff Daddy party. If you don't, your best friend is Harvey Weinstein. Who do you think you trying to fool? We didn't even ask you to explain, girl. We already know. Dancing all in the video. Girl, if you don't shut the fuck up and explain to us what happened to Harvey. What'd you do to Harvey? We know you did something to Harvey. Laser beam. Why come these celebrities always be acting like we be thinking about them on a day-to-day basis? We ain't thinking about y'all. We got to do. We got bills to pay. Stop trying to be on our good side. All you on our bad side. Especially after you all try to convince us to vote for Kamala Hoochie Mama her.
While the audience laughed, the timing of their denial raised questions. Why respond now? Why so defensively? Because by June 2025, Diddy's trial had already exposed that many of his so-called gatherings were not normal parties. They were private performances, organized behind closed doors, involving drugs and coercion. The internet noticed Oprah and Jakes distancing themselves right as witness testimonies detailed what those parties were really like. In court, several women described being filmed without consent. One even shared messages where Diddy threatened to release those tapes if she disobeyed him. Prosecutors confirmed that hundreds of hours of footage existed, captured across hotels, penthouses, and private islands. The tapes weren't just trophies, they were tools of control. They allowed Diddy to manipulate those around him. So when 50 Cent said he's got the tapes, it implied something deeper. It suggested that copies or backups could exist outside law enforcement's hands. Maybe 50 had access to some of them. Maybe he had sources who had escaped Diddy's circle and decided to speak. If even a fraction of that is true, then those recordings could expose not only Diddy, but the entire network of individuals who benefited from his power.
I don't want him going to those car with the hugging pictures at the white party, though? What is that?
I don't know, bro.
Every picture is a little
Why is
bit.
everyone so happy to be there? I'm like, this regular parties, people don't just hug each other.
You had to sit in 4 hours of traffic
like
to
5
drive
minutes. Come on, let's have a group hug. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, I'm gonna shake your hand. Hey, what's up, man? Everything good? Yeah.
It does feel controlled. Yo, hold on, baby. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, it was too much fun.
That's crazy.
It was a little too much fun.
That's just white boy. That's why it's the white party.
Yeah.
It is the whitest party.
I was too happy to have him. Too happy to have him. And baby,
what is going on in the one on the right? That is insanity.
Dude, that's just
both of them. He looks like he's unzipping his pants. Look at the one on the left.
Oh my god! This is bad.
Yeah,
this is bad.
Do you call him? Will you call him and be like, "Yo, listen, you're brilliantly talented."
No, I'll wait till I see them, but I go to them.
And you go chill with them.
I go to them and I go, "Yo, come here." I'm like, "What happened?" I asked him because I like, I'm a fan of the new artists. So I watch him and I'm like, "Yo, he got."
Unlike others, 50 Cent has never tried to hide his criticism. He uses humor as a shield, but his intent is serious. He's called out corruption, manipulation, and exploitation in the industry long before anyone else had the courage to. His documentary is more than entertainment. It's a challenge to Hollywood. He is saying that no one, no matter how rich or connected, should be immune from accountability. And because 50 has built his career independently, he doesn't owe loyalty to the same system that protected Diddy for years. That independence makes him dangerous to those who want to keep things quiet. Every time he posts about Diddy, people listen. Every time he teases new footage or details, the internet explodes. It's not just gossip anymore. It's evidence that the wall of silence is starting to crumble.
Diddy and Lori Harvey, who, have been spending a lot of time together. They've been on some trips. I believe they were in Europe.
You should say Lori Harvey, the daughter
Steve
of Steve
Harvey's Steve Harvey's daughter. Well, the most recent trip they've taken is to Cabo, and we got some photos of them. And this is actually as they're leaving Cabo, coming back to the States, and they've started a bit of a rumor. And this is how the rumor. This is when people go like, how do these rumors get started? This is how it starts.
Ooh, look at that.
The tummy rub right there.
He did the tummy rub, and then Lori did the tummy rub as well. She herself was rubbing the tummy. So
I sit there, I think that maybe it's more so like, okay, I ate too much of my bloated babe type deal.
I don't think she said, my bloated babe.
You're right, it could be.
Who says that?
But I mean, honestly, I've been going crazy.
Do I look bloated, babe? What do you think? Yeah.
No, I've been going crazy at trying to figure this out, right? I'm like, there's just no way that she's pregnant, because I'm like, if she was pregnant, they're not going to even sit there and do the whole deal just yet.
I feel like it would be too wide open for him to be rubbing on the belly.
He knows, Diddy knows what time it is. He knows when cameras are watching. So, like, he's very calculated.
So you think he's clowning? Because cameras were...
I think it's definitely a clown. And on top of that, she ate sushi last night.
Well, no. She was at a sushi restaurant.
Do you know what she ate?
No, she showed her plate.
And what was on the plate?
Sushi, raw
Did you
fish.
see her eat it? Did she eat it?
I didn't get that part 2 of that video.
All right. Well, teriyaki chicken's a big thing at sushi restaurants.
But she didn't know that wasn't the plate, though.
You can order whatever and put it on a plate until you eat it.
Okay, guess what? Larry Harvey probably is not pregnant. I don't think so.
I just think it's odd that is...
It's odd. By the way,
because Jamie on our staff said any woman who rubs her belly like that.
But that's the only reason that a woman would rub her belly?
I mean, that's...
But Jamie is pregnant right now, but she's further along. But also, I had 2 kids, and I'm not into doing the rubbing the belly.
Okay.
You know, wait. We gotta dive deeper.
Okay, wait, time out.
Wait, I want to know more. Like, you're not into it? Like, if someone was trying to rub the belly, you'd swat their hand away?
I mean, but she's like 1 month or 2 months.
You didn't answer his question.
But I don't want to talk about me.
Okay. Anyway, by the way, we did call Diddy's rep and haven't heard back, so.
Oh, I called all the reps.
Yeah. Nobody's saying anything yet.
Kim Marcus here. If Diddy's shooting like 06 Kobe and got Lori pregnant, I think his creep level will reach new stratosphere, and I think Thanksgiving would never be the same.
Oh, I don't think.
So wait a minute.
Why is it creep level?
It's not creepy.
They've been on vacation with Steve.
I know why he's being tricky right there. Because allegedly she may have dated one of his sons before.
Yeah,
so
I know, but
that's the whole messy that he's trying to do.
Yeah, but whatever.
Oh my God, she is good gracious, man. I mean, that's the tone of her voice. But she is.
Ain't creepy.
Steve's been with them. He's cool.
My bad,
Think about
y'all. My bad.
this. So
I shouldn't have said that. My bad. I'll take that back.
The kid would be Diddy's son and Steve Harvey's grandson.
Yeah, that wasn't complicated. You just made it like
but
that.
Steve's older than
when you say it.
Harvey 11. Let's talk about how families work.
When you say it,
that was like Da Vinci's Code. That was amazing.
Harvey,
you know
if you have a son, it's your son.
Steve Harvey has always been seen as a family man and a symbol of success, but fame often brings hidden pressures. After the rumors about his daughter and Diddy resurfaced, Steve appeared visibly uncomfortable when asked about the situation in interviews. He avoided the topic completely, focusing instead on humor and family life. Fans noticed that his tone changed after the verdict. He stopped making public comments about Hollywood or celebrity events. Insiders say he became more cautious about who he associates with. Whether Steve is actually connected to anything remains unproven, but perception matters. And in a world where images shape careers, being even slightly tied to Diddy can cause permanent damage. That's why 50 Cent's remarks about people deleting posts and pretending they never knew Puff hit so hard. It captured the reality of a community suddenly afraid of its own memories.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. That's crazy, man. But why haven't any of Diddy friends spoke up for him?
My man, listen here. All those ones who made it to the Diddy party, to the after party, and to the hotel lobby, they not gonna ruin their brand. They not gonna say nothing. Man, I was watching the other day. Listen to me. They did that. on Channel 2 News here in New York. Gayle King and Nate and that other guy, they were talking about, they showed the him beating Cassie, and they showed him the apology and the whole 9 yards. All they said is that we have commentary about that, but we got to go to a commercial. They never came back and said nothing about it. I was like, yo, damn. He still got power like that? Somebody still like him like that? Because you know he was running with Oprah and them. He was running with that whole crew. Weinstein, Oprah, Epstein. He was running with that whole crew. They want to know how we're going to do it, how the public is going to take him. Is the public going to let him back in? And the public is not. The public is already canceling him. I don't believe the industry has canceled him yet. All those people who went to those Diddy parties, not one of them had came out and denounced what he has done. I haven't heard one of them. I have not heard one person denounce, well, man, let God handle it. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here with that. If that was your daughter, would you let God handle it? All those people, they ain't denounced him. They ain't definitely, they can't come forward and say, yo, I support him. Because it would mess up their brand. It would mess up their brand. Jay-Z. We the only one could call each other Sean. Jay is the only one could call me Sean. I'm the only one could call him Sean. Get the hell out of here. If that ain't no fun boy stuff. But you ain't had not one person, brother, not one person sit there, denounce what he did, or come forward and say, I support him.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Nobody haven't came out to support him, man. Not one person outside of Stevie J.
Stevie don't count, bro.
Oprah has always represented credibility and compassion. She built a career on trust and storytelling. But as these allegations spread, her name became a trending topic for reasons she did not expect. She denied ever attending one of Diddy's parties, but even that denial brought more attention to her name. Some viewers believed her instantly, others weren't convinced. The truth is, Oprah's reputation is tied to influence, and influence often overlaps with power. Diddy's network included politicians, pastors, billionaires, and producers. For someone like Oprah, even the smallest perceived connection becomes controversial when the spotlight turns this bright. She handled it gracefully, but the timing of her statement right before the verdict made people wonder what prompted it. After Diddy's conviction, the industry shifted. Projects connected to him were canceled. Brands that once partnered with him cut ties. Artists who had worked with him years ago were now being questioned about what they saw or knew. Even his former business allies started rewriting history, insisting they were never close. This collective amnesia has become one of the most noticeable patterns in Hollywood. For 50 Cent, however, this is vindication. He believes this proves his long-standing claims that power protects itself until it no longer can. Now, his documentary is expected to dig deeper than the trial itself. It will explore how Diddy's empire was allowed to grow unchecked and how many people around him turned a blind eye for years.
How do they take this? Do they bury their head in the pillow and cry, or do they keep their head held high and just pack up their stuff and wait for their assigned new prison? Like, tell me everything.
Well, everybody's different. I'm sure he went back was somewhat disappointed, so he's probably, dwelling on that. Hey, it could have been differently. Maybe I should have gotten out. Maybe he's a little bit upset, a little bit angry. I get it. All those emotions come into play. But right now, he's got to get ready. He'll spend a couple of weeks there until they designate him to a new facility. And he'll be a lot better off in prison than he is in the federal jail. At least there you can move around and you got some freedom on the yard and things like that. My thought is he'll collect himself, get himself together. There are ways for him to improve himself. They have the Bureau of Prisons now has a drug program. And if you're allowed to get into that drug program, you can knock as much as 18 months off your sentence. Now, I don't know if he'll qualify, if they'll allow him to go in, but he'll probably start to think about, okay, what can I do to reduce my time now? That's what everybody thinks when you get in there. Is there any way we can better ourselves? He's thinking about what facility they're going to send him to. I'm sure he spoke to his lawyers and he asked his lawyers to put in a facility that's close to his home, close to his family, a low or medium level. I don't think he'll get into a camp.
Can you though? Does your request actually count? I mean, I thought the feds just put you where it works for them. I didn't think you get a say in it.
Well, here's the thing. You could ask the judge to recommend. The Bureau of Prisons doesn't have to go along with the judge's recommendation, but it does help a little bit. They do try to sometimes satisfy the judge's request. You can put in a request, and sometimes they'll honor it, sometimes they won't. It's really up to them. They're not bound by anything at that point in time. So, but he's wondering now, hoping which facility he gets into. I don't think he'll get into a camp only because he's high profile. Even though his sentence qualifies him for a camp, it's a low security, sentence. But my feeling is he'll get into at least a medium because he's so high profile.
Is the camp the lowest security and therefore more paddle and tennis and all the other things and what they call Club Fed or Camp Cupcake?
Yeah, they moved me to a camp by accident at one point, and there's no fences or anything like that. And I wasn't there for too long because they realized they made a mistake and put me back in the medium security. But they tell you when you get there, listen, there's no fences. If you want to leave, you can leave. But when we catch you, we're going to add another 5 years onto your sentence. And while I was in that camp for 2 months, each month somebody ran away. I mean, they always try to do that.
The verdict didn't just expose one man's crimes. It exposed an entire culture of silence. People are now revisiting old interviews, red carpet photos, and award shows, looking for clues. Suddenly, behavior that once seemed glamorous looks suspicious. People are beginning to realize how much manipulation hides behind fame. 50 Cent's message is simple. The truth cannot stay buried forever. He's using humor and media power to do what others fear to do, to confront the system from the inside. The public, once entertained by gossip, is now demanding accountability. The laughter has stopped. The curiosity has turned into questions. As Diddy's story closes and 50 Cent's new documentary prepares to open, Hollywood stands at a crossroads. Will the industry finally admit what it knew? Will those who once defended Diddy step forward and tell the truth? Or will they keep hiding, hoping that the tapes never see the light of day? And if 50 Cent truly has those recordings, what happens next? Will the truth free the industry? Or will it expose how deep the darkness really goes? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.
Dude. First of all, cousin, I never liked Steve Harvey. I mean, as a human being, I love everybody, but that's not what we talking about. When he got on that radio and he keep talking about white folks, white folks, and these good white folks, and this the white. Why do y'all got to keep you? Black people are the only people that I know for real. Pisses me off. That always gotta make a point of the skin color. Now, Steve Harvey is on the radio making jokes and everything about, and you think that's helping? He talked so bad about Donald Trump. I mean, so what you did to Bernie Mac, you know what you did. What you did with your stepdaughter, you know what you did. Cat Williams has already screamed on you and you ain't said a word. Allegedly. Guys keep saying allegedly, y'all. You got your who else is on there? That's enough of Steve. Oprah. God dang, man. Oprah, you are it. I already talked about Oprah. But all them other people, man. 50 Cent is the only stand-up guy. I ain't go to them parties. And everybody else was I left early. Everybody wanted to be around Diddy because Diddy was bringing all the millionaires and billionaires because I want you to invest in my project. I want my project. I want to be... And they broke as I don't know what you heard, the little kid, the little light-skinned boy. I don't even know his name. It's too many of them. It is too many of them. What is going on with the Diddy's right-hand woman? What's going on with her? Look here, man. Hey, I done made this video way too long. It's way too long. Shout out to my enders. Shout out to everybody who likes Uncle Mike music. Shout out to everybody who said Uncle Mike got some talent. Thank you so much. I don't take it lightly. But you ain't gonna sit here and talk about what I can and cannot do because I will kick your mother tail. I'm not talking about fighting. You say I can't, that makes me do. Look at Uncle Mike a little different now, don't you? Don't you wish you never, ever, ever, ever even said that? Oh, he can't play them instruments. Don't you wish you never said that? I got videos of me on stage, on concert, doing solos and stuff. Don't play with me. And the only thing I don't like is the music industry shows all this talent and all this stuff, and who's bad, who ain't, and all this stuff. I just did music because that's what I like. I sure wish I like cooking or sewing or something different because music, everybody think they can do it. I know music. Just because you know what you like, right? That don't mean you know music. Just because you know what you like to hear. I know country. I know rock. I know go-go. I know R&B. I know rap. I can spit when I want to. I know 5 instruments, so I know music. That's right. I'm in my territory. 50 Cent and all these type people. Yeah. I'm in my, stay in your lane. I don't know what you do, but you ain't got no talent. Everybody that said, I don't know what I'm doing. What is your talent? If I don't know what I'm doing, that means you know what you're doing. But what do you do? Work on cars? Nope. Do you work on trains, boats? What do you do? Other than being a professional hater. Got him. If I knew your talent, because if you had some talent, people with talent don't put other people down. They lift people up. And you put that in your pipe and smoke it. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike done told you so. Peace out.